Hey guys, you just got to ask yourself the question, do I want to beat the herd into stocks or do I want to wait for insiders and for institutions to get in first and then I ride the momentum up later and buy at a higher cost, right? Nothing wrong with that if you like to buy when you're seeing a good trend going back up. But if you want to have a chance of buying close to the bottom, right, and getting those bigger returns, right, you obviously have to buy when stocks are at a bigger discount, which means taking a shot and buying into the fear, buying into the uncertainty, which if you have cash available and you're only buying a little at a time, then you don't have to worry if stocks go lower. You just buy more, right? We get excited when it goes down more. You know, you can get your cost basis even lower. And then eventually we come out of it because we know stocks climb a wall of worry. So I like to be the investor who buys before the herd, guys. It's hard to do it though when you're sitting there at the pond fishing alone, right? But eventually the other fishermen come in and guess what? You already got your trout, right? AKA, you already made way more money because you bought when others were in fear, during the uncertainty, because eventually there will be a little more certainty. I'm not saying it's going to be completely clear, but a lot of the negativity now has been priced in. I don't think tariffs are going to get much worse with China and the US, right? They're going to negotiate a deal at some point because remember, this doesn't do any good for either country continuing. And even though tensions are running high, it may escalate a little bit longer. And eventually, they're going to come to the table and they're going to come up with an agreement, and stocks are going to bounce on that news. Okay. And I also believe within the 90 days that there'll be some deal with these other countries as well to bring these down, guys. And by then, stocks will be a lot higher. So you got to ask yourself again, can you buy a little at a time into the fear and uncertainty? If you do that, like I said, fortune favors the bold. And those are the people who make the big money later down the road.